They was like, yo, Johnny B is up here, and when he come downstairs and to the music, you know, it's over with. You know, and I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that's what they used to say.
My man, Jaz-O, Johnny B, the originator himself, Marcy King, royalty, hip-hop royalty on the line with us right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's been solid since day one. He ain't just an artist to me. Man. This is my brother right here. Give it up for Jaz-O. Jaz-O.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What up, Jaz?
Yo, I'm going to open the phone lines.
Y'all sound great.
Oh, thank you, man. Jaz, I'm glad you caught that last caller, too. By the way, I'm going to open up the phone line. Citizens, Jaz-O is here. 888-742-3345. Anything you want to ask him, call him and ask him, especially about this hip-hop history in his career. But I'm going to ask you this, Jaz-O, man. We was telling this story about women, older women who like dating younger men. Right? And that's what we were talking about. Did you hear that? Did you hear the explanations, brother? Did you hear the explanations?
I heard the tail end of it. And I didn't really get it. And I can give you my take on it.
What's your take on it? You ever date a
Let's hear this.
My take on it is that we have to admit that this new form of rap music has taken the world by storm and is dominated by a younger generation. And not only are the younger women attracted to these guys, but the older women are attracted to these guys in order to keep up with the younger women. It's the whole, I don't know if y'all know anything about mythology, the whole Venus story.
Break that down.
You know, the Venus story where, Venus is in the sky like the planet, but is really, they personify her, and all the other planets saw her as the most beautiful planet until the new Venus arises, and then, her mother is like, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So basically what happens is that's the evolution of the new Venus. Like, like when Venus goes dark, there's a time where Venus looks like a star, and then it reverts back to looking like a planet. So that's it on an astronomical level, but on a mythological level is basically with women. You even see it in the animal kingdom, where the tigress, the mother tigress at a point kicks the female out. Will keep the male tigers, the tiger cubs, and kick the female out. So it's competitive.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but the callers we had, Jaz-O ain't competing with anybody. They actually going hunting. they hunting for younger men.
Mm-hmm.
They on a hunt.
Yeah. I mean that's the thing. The idea, their minds are warped just like a lot of the young girls. Sorry to say, that these young cats they more about their paper. They more about the fast life. It's less of a commitment. You know what I'm saying? When they get tired, they could break loose, move on to the next.
Right.
So
easily detached.
Jaz-O, man, I got to get some of these books Jaz-O been reading, y'all. Give that man a round of applause.
Yup, we took it to a whole different level. Made it into a course.
Hey, in your single days, Jaz-O, did you ever date an older woman?
Yeah.
What was that? What was that experience like?
And how much older?
Not much older, but old enough to get on my fucking nerves.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because They cross that line sometimes. It's like, yo, you my girl, or you think you my mother?
Okay.
Yeah, a little authoritative, and it's cool for a while, and sometimes that happens with younger girls too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the age number wise is really important. I think it's the level of maturity of the individual.
Yes.
And how your hearts combine, genetically and spiritually, that make a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jaz-O.
Oh, I'm liking where we're going with this conversation.
Just planted a seed, man. We ain't said nothing about bars right now, but he's dropping them. I get it. Okay.
Y'all crazy.
I have one more relationship question. Do you think, Jazz, that we have one soulmate or multiple?
You have multiple, but it's your choice. It's your choice. Like I'm monogamous, but if I so choose, I could go out and pursue other women, but I love my woman so much, it's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
It's not worth it to me. And she, I mean, y'all know it's over with when I'm saying all this shit, right?
Facts.
But I mean, it's real talk. She gives me everything I need. In a woman, she gives me everything I need. So I'd be a damn fool, especially after, I'm 56. And if I ain't learned now, I ain't gonna never learn.
That's real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It feel good being in love, huh, Jaz-O?
Oh man, I can't even explain it.
Yeah.
Can't even explain it, bro.
Hey, I ain't mad at it, man. We got Jaz-O here. Hold up. Who just called on the line? Rich Nice. Is that you? We got Rich Nice on the line.
Rich N-I-C-E.
What up, Rich?
Peace, Jaz-O. Peace.
What's going on? I got you on the wrong number a couple of times because I called you a little bit after that Oceana lunch, and you was like, "Who's this?" I was like, "Jazz."
Definitely wasn't me.
I was like, "This must be the wrong number." Like, I just seen this one.
That could have been Rich. It depended on his mood that day. Hey, wait, hold up, Jazz. We got somebody on the line that want to talk to you. We got Dre from Pennsylvania on the line. Dre,
what's poppin'?
Hey, Dre.
Hey, what's good? What's going on, Jaz-O? Yeah, man. I'm originally from BX and everything, but I wanted to know, 'cause I know you did a lot of stuff back, in the day, producing and so forth. What's projects you working on right now? What's coming up with you?
Oh man, I got one that I tell when anybody asks me about something new, and the reason why I say it like this is because before last week, I didn't even see it coming. So the world ain't even gonna see it coming. That's a sign for me to only say that much. But in other news, I'm completing this book called Universes, The Literary Science of Jaz-O. It's going to be 7 volumes of that.
What is that about, Jaz-O, the literary science? What is that about?
Basically, because, a lot of people, they listen to hip hop lyrics, and they're familiar with metaphor, simile, onomatopoeia, entendres, and stuff. But if you ask the average person to point, the layman to point it out, they won't be able to point it out. This book guides you into exactly what it is by definition, and also gives you some background on who I am, some of what I've done, and then gives you a background story leading up to an example of a landmark verse, like say nigga what, nigga who per se. And what I'll do is everywhere there's a usage of poetic license, I'll highlight it and then note that, okay, this is a double entendre right here. Okay, this is simile right here, so that people understand, like, oh, that's what that means. And not just see it in, not just see it per words and understand it, but understand its definition, so that they can apply it not just in, rap lyrics, but, in poetry, prose, any other literary writings.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, man.
That's
there you
beautiful.
go. There you go, Dre, man. You a citizen, Dre. You a citizen.
Yeah.
20 in the morning.
Come on, man. Come on. Tiwa.
What's happening?
Spell it out. Spell it out.
T-W-A-A.
It's Twa. Twaa. Twa. Like undun Twa, 3.
Oh, okay. Twa, I love it. Under Twa. Okay. That's in French, by the way, y'all, in case you didn't know what language that was.
Yes, it is. Culture. Yes,
Yes, I speak a
okay.
little. All right. You got a question for Jaz-O?
I do have a question for Jaz-O. So I know, everything is an evolution. Everything, comes forth, changes, and comes back around. So my question is, what is your standpoint or viewpoint on, where we're at right now in hip hop? Like, I know it came from, I've seen it. I'm old enough to know, the progression of hip hop. So my question is this is where we're at right now in hip hop? The artists are fly by nights, YouTube making everybody famous, Instagram making everybody famous. Nobody really had to work and earn it. So is this where we're at right now in hip hop that, I don't see the substance in it, is I guess where I'm going with it. So do you see us, coming back full circle to where, hip hop is going to again, have some substance to it? I guess that's my question.
Yes, I do. And the reason why is because, most things in this paradigm works in cycles. We've seen it, like you said, you've seen things change. You've seen cycles, or you've seen ways of doing things revert back to a form of normalcy, not necessarily the same, but the same almost. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to modify, but it's definitely going to become something that is. This is the thing. Hip hop, the way we know it. I hate to use the word generic, but that's the word that comes across best. Generic hip hop is always going to be here. The task is to create the channel or the ease in which people can access it. See, they've made all of this other music, and I'm not down in the music because music is music at the end of the day. They've made it super accessible. They put all of this in your face, and then tucked under the rug and everything else, they put, hip hop and like, what about this artist? Like, I hear about some of my contemporaries, and they'll be like, oh, such and such just put out an album. I was like, word? I was like, I ain't hear nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Things like that. So, in a way, that's our responsibility. Not saying you per se, but I'm saying people who have a finger on the goings on of hip hop movements. So I think that I'm sure that yes, it will revert back to a form of normalcy, and it will upgrade to a higher form of, how you would say, genre complexity.
Genre complexity. My man Jaz-O, man, that's a beautiful word
I
right there.
apologize.
I see what he's saying.
I see what he's saying, though. I definitely see what he's saying. Twa,
Yes.
I love your question. Are you a journalist or something? Are you in the field, or are you just just someone who loves the culture?
I'm not a journalist. I'm in the medical field, but I do love the culture, and I notice how, you look at it, so I've been, keeping up with you for a very long time.
Thank you.
No age thrown out there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just something that I noticed. I'm not saying that the hip hop that's out here right now doesn't have its content, because you follow the youth, and that's where the money is, because we as parents have to provide some of the things the youth want, and they're craving these artists who are out here right now. But I think that the content that they're putting out is destroying us in a way, because it's not giving accurate depictions of what's really going on. Because, for example, when, you hear people say, I'm out here chasing this bag. When you chase something, it's running from you. So why would you be chasing something because it's running? When somebody's chasing you, you running. You fleeing from that. So when you saying, oh, I'm out here chasing this bag, you're going to forever be chasing the bag, because it's forever running. So I think that right there puts a false narrative in people's head, because you're not I don't want to chase money. I want money to come to me. So therefore, I'm going to do everything in my power to attract that money to me. So I think that's why I find, like, okay, a disconnect with the music out right now, because every girl wants to chase a bag. Everybody out here chasing a baller. But you know what? I ain't trying to chase the bag or the ball. I want the bag to find me and the baller to find me. Like, or the man of substance to find me. And I think that's the disconnect, because I have teenage daughters, and they like, oh my God, Meg this with the knees. I'm like, babe, we had Megs before Meg knew she was Meg. Like, y'all are not giving us anything new. You're not giving our people anything with substance. And I want to say this because I was raised correctly. And before I said anything or spoke, I should have addressed the king in the building and the queens in the building. And so for my king, I address you, hello, good morning, Grand Rising. And my queens, I address you, good morning, queens and Grand Rising.
Good morning, Queen. Grand Rising to you as well.
Grand Risings. Grand Risings. I love it. Hey, I'm going to tell you this, too. I want us to be careful making the blanket statements about today's music. Right. It might be just the music you've heard or that you've had access to. I'm speaking in general, not you specifically, Twa. It might just be the music that your particular kid chooses to listen to. But like Jaz-O said, there's always been the generic version of this rap game. A lot of it has to do with the industry, when the industry got involved. But there's a lot of beautiful music that creates that balance you're talking about out there, Twa. That has that substance that could go alongside the other music that's popular and that's working too. It's the yin and the yang. I would tell you to tell your daughters to pick up Rhapsody and pick up Moo Moo Fresh. Mm-hmm. Okay, Twa, pick up Moo Moo Fresh. Moo Moo Fresh. Go get Rhapsody and then Young Devin. Pick up that Young Devin. Keep the other stuff they're listening to too. It's not, let them listen to those other things as well. Just give that balance to it, Twa. It's out there though. We had Chuck D and Public Enemy, and we got Killer Mike. You know what I mean? You got Ice Cube. You got someone like a Talib Kweli. You know what I mean? There's people in each era that kind of fulfill certain roles. We gotta give it the energy we gave it when we were younger, give it to these kids that are younger now, and do the dive. There has always been stuff that we considered subpar in the rap game.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Since day one.
Right, and that someone else loved.
Yeah, that someone else loved, but it's out there, and so I don't want to knock those who are winning, but let's go search for those others who are winners. Ooh, Jaz-O, that was a bar. You heard that, Jaz-O? Twa, you a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Hey, man. Hey,
Was that a simile? What was that?
what was that? Was that a entendre? Was that a metaphor? What was that, Jazz? What I just did right there?
That was giving your own self credit.
That was okay. Thank you.
That was
AC.
what we call a flex.
Who said that, Heather?
That was
Yup.
That's stupid.
No. Hey, Jaz-O got a new project. The warm up is out now. It's a new EP. I say it's new, but it's a history behind this EP, right, Jaz-O? So this is almost a re-release.
Yeah. So the actual, there's not a re-release of the EP. There's actual a remaster of a single from the EP. And that song is with myself and Nipsey Hussle, and it's called Looking Like, the remastered version.
And y'all, what made y'all remaster it? Was the mix not to your liking, or did y'all reconstruct the song? What made you remaster it?
Just some mechanics with the overall, with mastering and stuff like that. Sometimes the numbers don't go through properly, so we figured that we do a remaster, and I feel that it sounds a whole lot better.
Okay, and then what was your thoughts on Nipsey Hussle as an MC, like being an MC? Just look as an MC. What are your thoughts on what he brought to the game?
Nips reminds me not his sound, not his vocal texture, anything, but his heart reminds me of Tupac.
Okay.
Because when he's telling it, he ain't bullshitting you. He talking to you. Listen to a couple of his songs, and you realize, like, he talking to you, and he means it. He's in his world, and I always respected that. And I'm the last one to come on worldwide satellite and front. I got to it late. You know what I'm saying? Almost too late. But I got to it late, but I got to it on time.
At the same time.
And when I heard what I heard, I liked what I heard.
Jaz-O, come on. Looking Like. That's on the EP. Rich Nice, you wanted to jump in?
Yeah. I mean, we're talking comparisons. Let's talk Brooklyn MCs for a minute. Let's go back and then come forward. Who were some of the terror MCs in BK at the time when you first was coming up, pre-record deal? And how do you think they compare to the terror MCs of right now, like the Kendricks and the J. Coles and the Royce, the 5'9" and stuff like that?
Oh man, it's really so many guys, like you hear, like I'll hear a Drake song and I'll hear a couple of fly lines, and then I don't think it's fair because I haven't heard enough. But I've heard so much more from contemporaries way back when. And if I was to make a comparison based on that, then I would have to say, like, as far as bars are concerned, there's no, there's really no comparison. I don't like to compare too many cats because to me, some cats are only as good as a certain song. When you get to, like, all right, not to take it out of rap or hip hop, but like when you get to like a Stevie Wonder, like he's got like an 85-90% ratio of like you're gonna like damn near everything that he did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With these cats today, you're gonna like it because it plays 2,000 times over the air a day. Back when, you liked it because you heard it in the street. You didn't hear it often, but you only had to hear it once to know what time it was. You get what I'm saying, Rich?
Right.
So it's hard. It's hard to compare in that sense. You know, I don't think it's fair to either side to say like, well, these cats was nicer, these cats was whack, because I hear some new cats that, you know, they give it up.
Mm-hmm.
I hear some cats from back when that was trash, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm more concerned with making sure I don't ever sound like trash, and when I do, I need for y'all to tell me.
Okay.
Oh shit! No problem, man.
Okay.
Okay. Don't give me the green light.
Wow.
Hey, 'cause I listen hard too. I don't give me the green light, man. Shit, we be happy to tell you. But Jaz-O is here. A lot of people on the phone lines. Kim wants to talk in Chicago. Grand Risings, Kim.
Hey,
What up,
Kimmy.
Kim?
Hi. Hi,
Hey.
Sway. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Heather.
What
Hi,
up?
everyone. Well, I call all the time, so I want you all to know that. This
So
is probably
we
like my
love you.
umpteenth time calling.
Yeah, I know you.
Okay,
Kim.
family.
We love you.
Oh, you guys remember me, but Sway, you haven't followed me yet. And I tagged you into a post yesterday about PTSD. So I'm still waiting.
What is it again, Kim? Because she got me here. What's your
My name on Instagram is Kimmy Hustles.
Kimmy?
Yep.
Hustle
And
spelled
hustle like,
correctly?
you know, the regular nuts. Yep. With the S at the end.
Kim Carol King.
Yep, that's me.
I am officially following you, Kim Carol King. We are connected. Sell your house fast.
Okay.
Call or text now.
All right. Well, I wanted to talk because I had something to say about, nothing like bad or anything, but the young lady that had just called, she mentioned something about YouTube. And I just feel as if people need to give people on YouTube a chance because, you know, a lot of people are just like, oh, well, they're not real rappers. They're not putting in work. Well, that's what she said. They're not putting in work. And I disagree, specifically because there's a Chicago rapper here that I know, and I listen to his music all the time. His name is Rhyme Major. I mean, he puts in work. So it's just like you can't say these people aren't real rappers. That's their platform. That's their platform for them to use. Who those are for the people who are like myself, who comes from the hood with nobody to like, okay, well, I don't know Sway personally, or I don't know Kanye West personally. I don't know how to give this person my mixtape. I don't know how to like do this. YouTube is a platform, and I feel like people shouldn't underestimate or undermine people that are putting their music on this platform because they are putting in work. They're producing a song. They're sitting in the studio making lyrics up all night, you know, to get their music out there. And I feel like they deserve a chance just as well as anyone else. So I just feel like her statement saying, like, you know, like the YouTube rappers, like they're not real. They are. They're trying. You have to allow people to start somewhere. Mm-hmm. So that's what I had to say. And I also wanted to know, because I heard Jazzy say he was getting like a book or something. So I wanted to know, how can I get his book? And now I know you guys said he has a new EP. So I'm like interested into all this stuff. So I wanted to know that stuff as well. But I had to say something about that comment she made because I'm like, wait a minute, not a YouTube rapper. Like people got to stop calling them that because this is our platform. Yeah. Like for the millennials and people come after you guys, like a lot of people just don't know where to start, and that's their place to start. And I feel like they shouldn't be undermined. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm mad at that.
I'm mad at that. It's hard to it ain't as easy as people think to become a YouTube sensation.
Right.
Or TikTok or Instagram or all of those different things. We all got social media. Everybody on this call got social media. How hard is it to really activate it, especially with these algorithms and all of these things that play a part in it? So it's hard, to become a YouTube star and sustain it, at least, But Kim, other thing with it though too, I think that a lot of us, and I think a lot of folks of this generation is going to say about the next generation. It's the same thing that that Jaz-O was saying, that no matter what's going on, it's always going to be that generic side of it all that seem to have that prominence. So I feel like people got to do a deeper dive. You know what I mean? Like if you're really interested in the music and the culture, you'll find it. You'll find some great artists out there. We have a lot of great artists that people didn't even know who Simba was when he came on our show. He's from Oakland. People in Oakland didn't know who Simba was. And it's like, why not? This dude is incredible. Got to go find him. And so, Kim, I appreciate your comment. Jaz-O, when can she get the book?
I presume a release for my birthday, which is October 4th. It'll be made available throughout social media, everywhere. She'll see it.
Okay,
Everybody
cool.
will see it.
Okay. Hey, Kim, thank you. You're a citizen, Kim. Thank you. Thank you.
Kim? Sway in
You're
the morning.
welcome.
All right,
Thanks
Kim,
for
all right.
inquiring.
Okay, I'm following you, Kim. You following me?
I am following you, Sway. I've been following you for years.
Okay, great.
Follow me too, Sway.
Well, wait, what's Jazz's social media? What's his social media handle?
Jaz-O?
It's JAZOKKMG. That's my Instagram.
N like Nancy G?
No, M like Mary's. M like Mary. KKM Mary G.
Okay, and do me a favor. The Chicago rapper that I said, Rhyme Major, like he's really, really good. Like really good. You guys should listen
tell
to
him to send his stuff to A&R Room. Go to the A&R Room on Instagram and to hit us up at the A&R Room.
Okay,
A&R Room on Instagram.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Take care, all right? You're a citizen,
Okay,
Kim.
wait, tell me I'm a citizen.
You're a citizen, Kim.
Sway in the morning.
Come on, man. We got a citizen. Come on. Jaz-O, man, I've been appreciating this conversation. I know it didn't start the way you thought it would, but, man, that's how we do, man. We just build from where we at.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it never does. It's impromptu, man. It's beautiful.
There it is. And congratulations at this stage. We've been really talking about this narrative about our culture, where folks would allude that it's not meant for people after you reach a certain place in your life, a certain stage. If you turn 30, 35, that this culture is a young man's or young woman's sport, so to speak. And I don't agree with that. I think the culture in itself is so young that we haven't even been around long enough to establish that. Our first generation artists are in their 60s, right now. And so we really haven't had a chance to explore how much we can do. So seeing Jaz-O putting out music with this kind of love, this type of commitment at this point in your life, man, I appreciate you, because what you're doing is you're showing the world that we could continue to be creative in this form as long as we want to. The audience is
definitely.
Speak on that, man. Like, you should be putting out a lot of the contemporaries that came out in the 80s, or they don't want to put out music. Perhaps they're scared, they're fearful the reaction they may get from this current audience, but put the music out for your audience. They'll find you, or a new audience that might find you. And it's a lot of you doing music with Nipsey, having a Nipsey Hussle feature. And we were talking about this the other day. Reach out to these kids, man. It's a lot of ill-ass MCs that I think that you could collaborate with. If you reach a certain point, if you're 50 and over and you still making music, reach out to these kids.
For sure.
Right?
See, the thing is, one thing that I found with a lot of our contemporary Sway and Heather is hang-ups. I ain't doing this because this, that, and the other. I ain't doing. It's really like layers. it's layers of I don't want to do it because I don't want to fail, or I don't want to look a certain way, or I'm kind of shy about going about it, kind of like what you're saying, Sway. But the real deal is that they should reach back and find those feelings that gave them the reason why they really did it. Some of them have, and some of them it was really just about, you know, some money and popularity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of us really just love this shit. Like, you know, somebody started a little cipher and like, oh, word, nigga? You know what I'm saying? and you jump in, or, you know, or just making beats. Like, you know, I didn't want to just rhyme. I wanted to sing. Anything dealing with music. I wanted to play drums, percussion instruments, produce beats, you know, because that was my root. Like, I love the music. And when you love the music, you're not just gonna let it go. It's a part of you, you know. So it's, you know, it shouldn't be a problem, you know. And maybe I guess what I'm saying is the best way we can show is by example, you know. For me to keep working, you know, do what I do and succeed, you know, or not even so much of what people may see as a success, but what I see as a success. And you just gotta do it because you love it. And I think the truth of the matter is that a lot of these men and women don't really love it, or they've moved on to other things, or they have a million other reasons, you know. You know, the kids, you know, too much to do. But the reality of it is that you always find time to do whatever it is you really want to do. You always find time to do what you really want to do. So that's what it boils down to. This, I threw it to the side for, you know, from time to time to take care of some things, but I never took it out of my sights, because I knew I was coming back to this. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This what I do, like playing CeeLo and slap boxing. This what the fuck I do.
Yeah, Jazz!
There you go, Jaz-O, yo. Come on, man. Big round of applause for Jaz-O. Jaz-O, man. Listen, I was going to play the Looking Like song with Nipsey, and I'll play that. But I want to play the Marcy song, the M-A-R-C-Y. You okay with
Beautiful.
that? Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. That song, man, I love the video. I felt like I learned about Marcy. You know, recently I went to Queensbridge with Big Horse, you know, and man, I don't care how many songs, how many pictures Nas or Gaddafi or Mobb Deep or Horse or Bravehearts, all these LL or whoever from Queens, but Queensbridge in particularly. And no matter how many pictures they painted, and they painted them so well, and I felt like I knew QB, it wasn't until I went with Horse that I was like, oh, man, jeez. It filled in all the blanks, man. I understand the magic on a whole nother level now, right, that comes out of Queensbridge. The magic that's coming, it's on a whole nother level. When I watched your video, M-A-R-C-Y, I felt that way. I felt that way about Marcy. You know, I've heard all these stories about Marcy, but you're filling in a lot of blanks with your own particular story. This is a really intimate song. Am I off base here?
Nah, not at all.
It's a
like,
go ahead.
Yeah, like I couldn't even I mean, the first times I listened to it finished, like I couldn't even listen to the whole song.
Why not?
I couldn't listen. Huh?
Why not?
Got emotional.
You speak on a lot of names in that. Who in that first verse? Who is that first verse about?
Oh man, it's talking about a time when we didn't have to lock our doors, on the weekends. A time when, you could run and play, and, even though the fiends were in the hallway on the first floor, they knew their place. The winos in a spot where we called the living room, they knew their place. They still had respect for our parents. The second verse, I mean, you got pictures. You got pictures from cats who are here, cats who are gone. Like Kev Webb. I was right across on the bench when that happened. That was ugly. We had to hear about Danny Dan passing on the highway somewhere between VA and Maryland. But that's not what it was all about. It was about happy times, and it was weird. It was weird that somebody can affiliate happy times with all of the, the atrocities, but it was there. It was there. We lived through it.
It's a lot of amazing pictures, man. The photo album in this video, citizens, if you get a chance, it's called MARCY, M-R-CSEE-YWHY. But it's on the warm-up EP that's out now. But the video, you can check it out, too, on Jaz-O's YouTube channel. MARCY, man. It's a great song. It's a great video. As always, great conversation, Jaz-O. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Not a problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Okay, get on the road, man. They opened up, man. You got to go perform some of this, okay?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
All right, man. The warm-up is the name of the EP. Citizens, check it out. Jaz-O, thank you for coming on, man. I'm about
Love, Jazz.
Love, brother.
All right.
You a citizen, man.
Jaz-O.
Let's play this song, MARCY.
Love,
Okay. Love, Jaz-O, Sway in the morning.